Welcome to episode 193 of Both Down, the number one Blood Bowl podcast.
On Cobra Island.
Cobra, la 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 la. This is Steve, aka Kilowagi in a bat suit, B-A-T, and Campbell, and Scott Prime, who is Prime Shadow? I don't know. I can't think of a good Shadow or a Cobra guy for you.
It will be Dr. Brainwave.
I thought it was Mindbender.
It is Dr. Mindbender, Steve, but who was called Dr. Brainwave before they got their name? Dr. Mindbender.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then.
In the very first issue, he shows up. Destro calls him Dr. Brainwave.
Oh, okay.
Like twice, and then they never explained it off. So I'm assuming that was maybe a prototype name to use for the toy and all that stuff, and
Probably since there's DC character named Brainwave, they were like, "Oh, we should probably not do that."
Well, anyway, so yes, in the comics he was called Dr. Brain. Well, we got to go check on Dr. Brainwave, and it was Dr. Mindbender. So
Mindbender is much better. So
yeah,
at least he's not Crystal Ball.
I mean, Crystal Ball's pretty badass. I mean, don't make fun of him.
You got to kind of talk into the mic if you want people to hear you.
I know. I was trying to grab my Crystal Ball figure.
Oh, okay.
And, show him off, but he's not within arm's reach.
I'm sure you know who created him, right?
Crystal Balls?
Yeah. Stephen King's son.
For the G.I. Joe line?
Yeah. He was named after, oh, god dang, I gotta get to the internet now, because I'm 90% sure Stephen King's son at least inspired it.
I found him. Here's Crystal Ball.
I do like him. I think he's cool.
Welcome to the G.I. Joe podcast, where we'll be talking about Blood Bowl here a little bit later.
We need to get G.I. Brian on.
All-American Brian, you mean?
All-American Brian. You're right. Most guys hate... yeah. He was a peg warmer. Developed at the suggestion of Stephen King's son, who was a G.I. Joe fan and wanted a magician on the team. Depending on how the story is told, either King or his son Owen created Crystal Ball and wrote the file card. Crystal Ball's biographical information is a parody of Owen King's own history.
That would explain, if you look at his name, Richard Crystal Ball King.
Yes, it is.
For his classified figure.
What's his, does it have the file card on there?
No, they don't do that with the classifieds.
Oh, that sucks.
So.
But yeah, that's my little bit of trivia that I know.
Wow, you learned two things about G.I. Joe stuff today on a Blood Bowl podcast. How blessed are you that me and Steve just threw that at you without any rehearsal whatsoever?
I know. We're just that good.
We are just that good. I went to a toy fair yesterday over in Del City.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like a community center, and they had a bunch of tables. It was like a giant garage sale.
Yeah.
They had tons of old little cars, and they had some comics, and then a lot of toys, old toys that brought back a lot of memories. And then they had some kind of newer toys, and just depends where you went. And I bargained down to a lot of stuff because I don't like paying $30 for an action figure.
No.
I still love toys. I have way more G.I. Joe classifieds than I ever thought I would have had. After going there yesterday and coming home and putting up the ones I got, I was like, oh, I have quite a few. I like to open my toys. And what I usually do is I buy them, throw them up in the closet, and then when I'm just not having a good day or something, I'll go crack one or two open and pose them and all that. It kind of just lets them, I just don't open all 5 of them out or anything like that. And then I realized I have a lot more than I'd like to ever admit. But most of them I bought under retail price. Like yesterday, I got a Quick Kick for $10, new in package. I got a Jinx new in package, $10. I got a Torpedo. The guy wanted $30. I got him down to $20, which is still less than retail.
Yeah.
And I picked up a Blowtorch.
I love Blowtorch.
Oh, I do too. He had 25 on him, and I really wanted him, but I got him down to 15. So
Blowtorch and Barbecue are my favorites.
And then I picked up a cool G.I. Joe game that I told you about already through text.
Which is funny because I saw that on Facebook the other day and I thought about buying it.
That is really funny. So next time we have our like a little get together with friends from all across the United States, we'll try that out. So
Coming up soon in July, actually. Soonish.
yeah, sooner than we think. Which sooner than that is Detroit
Yeah, we shall be going to
for a
Amorical
Moracle Cup.
Cup in less than a month.
Yeah, I don't know how we're doing all this or any order. We're just recording to record. So
Yeah, Scott has been working a crap ton of overtime and trying to get everything taken care of before he travels to Amorical Cup and then comes over this way for a couple days and hangs out.
yeah, I haven't taken off from my job for like a full. I've had a lot of long weekend trips where I'll take off like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and
Mm-hmm.
then go back to work on. But I haven't had. I have 2 weeks scheduled off, assuming that they still honor that because they've been going back and forth on that. So I hope I still have my job after a Moracle Cup because I'm going to a Moracle Cup either way. But
Well, if you go on a long trip and lose your job, that would be the second one of us who goes on a long trip and loses their job.
oh gosh, I hope not.
I hope
But
not either, but
yeah, my job's been doing a lot of forced overtime, and yeah, it's not been great. So, but I'm trying to tell myself it's a blessing in disguise, and I can have some money, to eat and all that stuff for Detroit. But I was planning on going to Detroit just for again a long weekend trip, and then maybe take off. Did we already talk about what we're doing?
I don't think so now.
Okay. Originally, we're going to come back Monday, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be another long weekend trip, but I scheduled 2 weeks off through my job. The more overtime I work, the more and more I'm going to definitely try to get that full 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
At the very least, I might go in and work a double shift on that Monday and then call it done and then have 10 straight days off or something like that. But either way, I'm trying to manufacture it where I actually have an extended period of time away from work. And I think it's due since I haven't really had anything more than a long weekend since COVID shut everything down. So, with that said, yeah, so if you're listening to this, we are going to a Moracle Cup. Team Both Down is headed your way. So when you see that on the schedule, because you have to like tell Steve it's really funny because Steve wants everybody to go. It says it's TBD to
We're,
be determined.
we're not the only team with that initials.
Are we not?
No. I
Did
saw
they
that and I'm
ever?
like, ah, dang it. Whatever.
Yeah.
It just sounded
So
better.
so we finally put the. I guess we're gonna go into the Blood Bowl talk right now of this.
Yeah.
Um, there is no plan today. I mean, we got a few subjects, but we're not going to take segments or nothing like that. So, welcome to Both Now.
Yeah.
We were going to run a team. It's me, Steve, Craig, Steve's roommate, and my college roommate, Gary. We're Team Both Down. And we were running into this thing as Steve with Nobles. Craig was leaning towards what was his first team? Corn?
I think his first team was Corn until he play tested it and was like, no, I don't think so.
Right. And then I was going to, I was, I didn't know what I wanted to be, but you guys told me play orcs. That would probably be the best, and blah blah blah. We had the extra points, and Gary was going to play humans. Well, kind of, I wouldn't say the last second, but 2 weeks before, or nearly 3 weeks before rosters were due, Gary was like, I kind of like to play some Old World Alliance, and therefore we had to switch some things up, which meant a higher division for Gary, which means somebody had to drop to a tier, not tier one, but tier five
Tier
was the only one.
6 for
Tier
you.
six.
Yeah. For all the
So
stunties, it's tier 6.
okay, somebody had to go down to where the tier was only one team point, and I said I'm willing to do that if you need me to, and I used the excuse to paint up snotlings, which I did, and I was blessed that it's probably no secret. I don't think I'm telling anything I haven't. I might even talked about this last episode. I don't remember, but they're giving away a bunch of models at a Moracle Cup,
Mm-hmm.
and you can order extra models in addition to like the free team you're getting and stuff. And I saw that there was like this goblin snotling on a Zamboni type guy. And I went ahead and ordered two of those for my snotling team, anyways, like in the future. And then once I switched to snotlings, I was like, got a hold of Sean Callie. I was like, hey, is there any way I can get these early? And Sean was really nice and sent them early. So they're already painted up. I painted up a whole team in under 3 weeks. That is building, priming, painting, and sealing.
And they look
Uh,
good.
they
I,
look a lot better in person too. I mean, a lot of pictures don't do justice for stuff.
that's a lot of, yeah.
I even painted up an extra 7 dudes, and they're different models to be my righteous rookies, so they look kind of different and stand out. But they're also still snotlings. I used Noblars, and I put Chaos Warrior heads on them,
Hmm.
so they have like a helmet and stuff. So pretty excited about that. I'm glad I got another team painted.
Yeah, I got my
Um,
nobility team, which is my combo human nobility Bright Crusaders team that Drew Blood or Drew Creedy did, and really like them. So I got to play them as humans in London or Europe, England, whatever.
mhm.
So now I get to play them as nobility.
Are they the ones with the special bases?
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's got the
they
Bright
look
Crusaders symbol.
they look nice. So now Team Both Down is Gary's running Old World Alliance. Craig is running Skaven.
Hmm.
Steve is running Nobility, and I'm running Snotlings. So everybody but Steve changed teams.
Steve was never going to because Steve paid a lot to get that team done, and it looks
Oh,
amazing.
I know because I wanted to. As soon as I saw the rule set, I wanted to play Nobility, and the first thing you said was, "Is I don't care what y'all play. The only thing I want is for sure to play Nobility. I'm locked in, no questions asked."
Yep.
And I'm like, okay.
That's also my best team currently. I mean, if I shit the bed, then we'll talk later, but
I
right now it's
gotcha.
my best team.
So in addition to painting the team and working some OT, being Gary fit in a couple playtest games. We had some people gonna play us, and they just life happened, so things canceled. Last thing me and Gary want to do, just like the last thing me and you want to do, is play like 3 or 4 games against each other because it's
Right.
always great for a near fist fight, right?
Well, a test game, not so much of a big deal. When it's 4 games of playoffs, it's a bigger deal.
Right, exactly. We play tested some teams. We didn't want to play test what he was taking and what I was taking against each other because you just get like bad feelings or
Yeah.
whatever, like, oh, this team sucks or whatever. So we play tested, and if Snotlings don't get a lot of good dice rolls, they're not so good. If they lose, people like Skitter and Glart and a troll and a and a pump wagon, they're not so good. So I play tested against humans, lost 1-0. I did hold it until like the last play of the game. Then we play tested at some games with Gary's Old World Alliance versus like Necro and another team.
Yeah.
And so we switched some skills around. Playtesting is really difficult because
You
I don't,
you
I
don't
just
care
don't,
enough, so you make
no,
stupider plays, in my opinion.
well, you do care enough, but at the same time, you can almost justify everything you thought maybe is a problem with, well, you just got a bad dice roll
Hmm.
there. Most of the time, that should be a 1 out of 6 only, and it happened to happen twice, but yeah, I mean, like it shouldn't happen. So it's just hard.
One game
And
does not make a great playtest. It just
well, and that
basically, if you have a major problem, it'll show that.
correct. Um, so we only got like 4 games in. The last one we played, Gary, we went ahead and just decided to. He wanted to try some new skills at his Old World Alliance. I wanted to try some different skills on the Snotlings, and we played each other. And ended up being I think it was a 2-1 win for the Snotlings. But again, I got exactly what I needed to do. I needed Gary to have less than average rolls,
Hmm.
and I needed better than average rolls, and that's what happened. Um, what I have learned building my team, and I feel stupid for even saying this, swarming is still around, but it's a team skill for Snotlings.
Hmm.
We didn't play test that.
Okay.
The whole time I only had 11 dudes on the field, and I kept going like, I feel like I have a lot of dudes in my bench. It's just weird. It'd be really nice to have like just one more dude on the
We
field.
we did talk about it, unless you play tested before we talked about
No,
it.
no, 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 no. This was when we talked about it. It was after.
Oh,
So
okay.
like, um, but I was just letting everybody know like the good news. Like when I was doing my final roster for just give to Craig, who's our team captain. I kept seeing like all these resources talk about swarming, and I was like, this must be an old roster because there's no swarming. And then I go to another like website, get the stuff, and then I finally like grabbed the book, and I was like, yeah, there's no swarming on these guys. They have insignificant. And then I looked up there at the team, and I was like, oh, swarming.
If only we had gone over all that.
And then I flipped the pages, read it, and I was like, I am such an idiot. So, anyways,
So recently, we did go over all the tiers on World Cup Report because we're doing
uh-huh.
Amorical stuff. We're going to have Sean on in a week or so talking about stuff leading up to. However, Sean has been posting stuff to the Discord about teams and makeups of squads and stuff.
Oh,
What do you think the most taken race is?
Skaven.
Absolutely. What do you think the second most taken race is?
Hold on.
It is
Humans.
also in our squad.
Oh, the nobility. Oh no,
Only
OWA.
only 4 nobility and only 6 OWA,
Snarling?
27 snotlings. There are
Wow.
36 Skaven, 27 snotlings, and the next after that is Orc at 23, Necro at 22, and then we drop down to 15 with High Elves. It's crazy. Those two teams undercosted, and people are going to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, like when I knew I had to go drop down to whatever tier 6, I was
Mm,
like, I don't want to play goblins. I don't want to play ogres. So it's either, and I don't want to play gnomes.
no, fuck
Um,
gnomes.
so it was either snotlings or halflings, and really it came down to, well, I'd have to paint my team if I did snotlings, and that's exactly what I did.
So, speaking of,
That means, golly,
yeah,
I hate being the guy that's like with the popular choice. That makes me so mad.
you should have played lizards then, because there are absolutely zero lizards. They're the only team that didn't get one taken.
Out of 300 people,
Out of 300 people, there's no lizards. They're tier 1, you don't get a whole lot. So,
well, they shouldn't be tier one,
no, they
and
shouldn't.
Skaven should be like, what?
Tier
They're wrong.
1.
They're wrong. I'm not even going to talk about why. They are way
Oh, everybody
wrong.
knows. So, that being said, what stars are you taking?
Well, if I'm sure everybody's doing what I'm doing with the snotlings, I'm taking Glart and Skitter.
So, neither one of those is the number one choice, but Skitter's number 2 at 21 and Glart is number 3 at 13. This other star player is being taken by 25 teams.
It's got to be Griff, right?
Griff is
Oh, hold on.
0?
There's a tax.
Yeah, there's no Griffs.
How many teams is taking this guy?
25.
The Black Gobo.
2 Black Goblins.
Okay. Um, the other guy that's like he's like a Norse Griff.
No,
Okay,
it
I give
is
up.
Ripper.
Ah, the troll.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I mean, he's good. Strength, throwing,
No,
like there's a lot. There's 9 deep root, which will be interesting. 10 fungus, and then we get into single digits. 6 borax still. Ivar, Jordell, Maple, Rodney, and Varag are all 5. Oh, Zug is 8. So there's still a lot of Zugs.
that's golly. That's a lot of snotlings.
Yeah,
That's a lot of Skaven too.
Pretty much any squad we go up against is going to have one of those teams.
Yeah. I said almost every squad. Really, to me, and I know we didn't do it, but Necro is really strong.
Yep.
Skaven is really strong.
22 Necro. They're
Yeah.
right after Orc.
Well, and then I was gonna say Orc is pretty strong, but you can't have all those in the same team. But yeah,
No.
Skaven is. I mean, I you can't make everybody happy, and really, if I was running this tournament, everybody would. If I just had my choice, not what people. I don't care what people say. I'd play it just like Jervis Johnson had it. Everybody would be the same team value, and we'll just see where things fall where they fall. But
So of tier 1,
I do think Skaven got really, really messed up, and Necro you get a lot since they switched tiers.
oh yeah.
Maybe
Surprisingly, not that many Nurgle. There's only 9 Nurgle, which I figured there'd be more.
well, everybody was worried about the elephant in the room was the Nurgle team. Like
They're
there were
really
two.
good.
Yeah.
So
How many?
for tier
How many
1
lands?
teams, there are 2 Amazons, 0 Lizard, 6 OWA, 1 Vampire, and 1 Wood Elf.
I when we were playtesting stuff, I was like, I don't think a lot of people are going to take tier one teams. Period.
No, there's just not. It's not worth it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's something to be looking forward to because yeesh.
Man, the Skaven teams are going to be such a problem. I mean, I hope not, but they're a problem in the hands of just the right coach. What I would say, just barely above coach.
Hmm.
I think they're going to be a real problem when you get the really good coaches with them.
You
Um,
just gotta hope that you have tackle to take down gutter runners, good dice rolls, some stand firm. Like my team, luckily I have frenzy on 2 of my guys with stand firm, so hopefully
right.
that'll help me push them out of bounds or at least be super annoying so they can't get past me. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be
I told Gary, I was like, the teams I don't want to play is Necro or Skaven. I was like, if I could somehow make it all weekend without that, that'd be great. But
hmm
that's not, it's just not going to happen. So,
no. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. You want to try a Jets Pizza, which is a chain restaurant, but you were told that it has the best pizza in the area.
yeah, I've got work who just went crazy when he heard I was going to Detroit. And I was like, is it like I go to sit down? He goes, dude, Uber eats it to your hotel, whatever. He's like, you have to get some. It's really good. He even said it's a chain. He's like, but it's really good. He's like, it is my all-time favorite pizza. He's like, but I grew up there.
Hey,
So I'm
that's
like, oh, okay.
good enough for me. I mean, if
So
we could have
I
pizza
mean,
every night, I'm not going to complain.
well, one, I know that if it's no good, we'll get pizza somewhere else because you
Yeah,
like pizza and can have it every night, just like you said.
easily.
And so like I wasn't really worried about that. But yes, I thought at some point we should try some Jets pizza, see if it lives up to the hype. And besides that, I mean, like we're
And
gonna do a lot. We're gonna do a lot of cool things. Me and Gary's getting there a little bit early. We're gonna go get a car, and we act like we're gonna hit like 10 comic stores, but the reality is we're probably gonna hit like 2 if we hit the right ones, and then we're gonna stay there all day and dig through stuff.
hopefully,
And then we're gonna go to a baseball game.
it's going to be a lot of
Everybody
fun.
from our team except for Craig, who's coming in later, and
I
I
just don't think he
assume
cares as much.
yeah, I started to say I don't think he cares about baseball,
He likes
which is
the he
perfect.
likes the Red Sox.
Oh well, I mean he's from Boston, so
Yeah, of course.
he's a Boston guy. So
Speaking
I told
of, I was just going to say, whenever we get done with Detroit, we all fly back Monday morning. Then you're going to come to Denver with Gary, and we're going to hit up comic book stores Monday and Tuesday, and then Tuesday evening we go into the Rockies Cubs game.
right. So I'm actually going to, even if I did work, I'm going to be gone a full 7 to 8 days, and they'll be really nice. It'll be expensive probably, but it's going to be it's going to be nice just to get away and not think about work. Take in a couple of baseball games, different stadiums.
Yeah,
Um, I know I had a, I've got to see the Cubs and Wrigley, of course, and I've got to see the Rangers. I got to see
Giants.
the Giants, and I can't remember who they played, but I got to see the Giants, and I loved just being there.
Hmm.
It was actually, in some ways, a little bit more fun not caring because, like, you didn't have to
Yep.
see every plate appearance.
That's really
And
what I'm looking forward to with the Detroit game. Is like I don't give a rat's ass about either the Tigers or the Mariners.
oh,
So I get to see a new stadium, enjoy the atmosphere, and eat a whole bunch of stupid food.
right. That's what I did when I went to see the Giants because I was asking, like, so what's some other foods maybe I should try if I'm
Hmm.
only doing this once? And they were like, well, there's some clam chowder in a bread bowl, like out at center, where center field kind of is. You'd have to walk to the other side. And I was like, I don't care. I mean,
Yeah, and my one of my problems is when I watch a Cubs game, I prefer, no offense to anyone I've ever gone with, but if I can just sit there with the radio in my ear watching the game, I am perfectly happy. And
yeah, I
then,
mean,
because I want to see everything. I've gotten better where it's not as quote unquote special anymore. Because, like, I can go to a crap ton of Rockies games now and see the Cubs every year, which is nice.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm
So,
probably talked about it on. So if you are coming to Detroit and you don't know, which you probably do know, but just for everybody else who maybe is missing out on this or wanted to go but couldn't go, there is what, two more tournaments? There's one
yeah, there's the
Friday,
Friday day, which is the Second Sons tournament, I believe, and
correct,
then the Sevens tournament Friday night,
and then the main event
Saturday,
for
Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday. Um, there's a part of me that wanted to play everything, but I've done that the last two times I went out to Chaos Cup,
Hmm.
and I decided no,
It takes up a lot of time.
I'm gonna try to make this. While it's always a fun vacation to just go do Blood Bowl stuff, I was gonna try to also make this a hanging out. So
Yeah,
I would, you're not close around much and everything, so it'll be a good time to just kind of go around, enjoy the scenes. Uh, Zero pressure, right? I mean,
yeah.
I can walk in and see people complaining about their dice Friday morning and go shake their hands and pat them on the back and say good luck with that.
So with only four nobility, I was joking in the Discord like, "Oh hey, I only have to beat three people and I'll be the best nobility team." And one of the guys is like, "Well, really only two people because I kind of suck." Now I'm like, "Sweet, I only have to beat two people." And someone goes, "Mike Coon is one of them." It's like, "God damn it,
Yeah,
just ruined my day," because that's not going to happen. It depends on
yeah,
matchups, but I mean, Mike Coon's a really damn good player.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't count on that at all.
No,
I would just be like, maybe I can be the second best nobility team
I'll be
at.
fine with that.
We don't have to talk about numbers after this podcast, Steve. You can just, when we come back, you can go, I was the second best noble team out of, there was 300 something people there, and the
Hmm.
second best noble team. And
Perfectly fine with that.
I'd be like, I was the 17th best Snotling team. And
God,
really,
that's.
that's better ranking. No, I'm just joking
I
with
mean, it
you.
could be. Who knows? That's the great thing about Blood Bowl is you just don't know. So
I
kind of
did.
speaking of, so last weekend did Rocky Mountain Open here,
Okay.
and
Now,
it,
hold on.
yeah, yeah,
I'm so used to the Rocky Mountain Rampage
right.
ran by Brian too that that's where I thought you were, and I
No,
was like, I thought that's later in the year.
so it's Rocky Mountain Open, which is put on by Frontline Gaming, and it's part of their big event. So at Rocky Mountain Open, I did Blucifer Brawl and the Blucifer Brawl Sevens. Same as last year, similar thing. Each round you rolled for a random thing, so Big Mouth or I guess Monstrous Mouth, Breathe Fire, some other stuff. Nothing game breaking, but just a little bit of fluff.
Okay,
Well, I'll just go through this first. I had 20 people. I did get to play,
that's
and I
nice.
took Corn because I'm trying to get 10 games with everybody, so I needed games with Corn. Finished that off. I won my first two games, got into the final match with Brian from Utah, not Utah, from Wyoming, and he
Brian
took
Hopkins.
no. This is another Brian Martin from Wyoming,
Okay. Okay.
not the Brian Martin that's friends with Phil that came down to Oklahoma, or friends with Brian too. I don't know, whatever.
A lot of
Anyways,
Brian's.
a Brian with high elves. My God, they suck. I hate high elves with a passion now. That armor is crazy. Their being elves is crazy. I couldn't do anything against them. I knocked down the dragon prince that had the ball, and he rolled a 6 on steady footing. So, and then he just dodged it away and scored. I couldn't do anything. So I lost, which I'm fine with. I think came back with best defense, or I forget. Then Sunday, sevens. I only got to play 2 rounds there because someone had to drop. I took gnomes just to finish those out. And the only thing I scored, the only time I did any good, got a high kick, put the fox under the ball. He got it and just ran in. I sucked besides that.
Wait a second. You played gnomes in sevens?
I don't like gnomes. I just needed one game to get my 10. So I figured if I
Oh,
had to fill in, I'd be done.
so the thing you're calling, excuse me,
Yeah.
the thing you're calling the Davies 10
Yep.
is just the race. It doesn't matter the format.
Right. To me, anyways.
Okay. Okay. That's fine if
Yeah.
it's to you. I get it.
Yeah, that's all I care
Um,
about. But I'm not going to be super picky where, sevens count as half or whatever.
well, I just didn't know if like sevens was its own thing and you were
No.
looking for 10 traditional games of Blood Bowl. That's what I thought you were
Nope.
going after.
Just overall.
Dude, gnomes had to be terrible. Like any
I,
stunty team has to be pretty terrible in sevens.
not if you can throw and land. I mean,
Okay. Okay.
that's the
Could you
thing.
throw and land?
I threw, and one time went out of bounds, and another time landed on one of his guys, and then another one of his guys, and then casualtied myself. I can't remember.
Did you run two trees?
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like you almost have to, but the God,
yeah,
they're
it
so
sucked. No,
slow.
it was horrible. But up until I would say 3 weeks before the event, we had one person signed up.
Yeah, I remember you were kind of like, I know people are going to sign up, but I'm really worried.
I kept telling him, I'm like, this is what Blood Bowl people do. I don't like it, but it's what they do. Please change that, people, if you can, because we barely had enough pitches. I mean, we had enough pitches for people to play on, but we were hoping to have some extras for people to buy. We had some, but I had multiple people come up and like, oh, I hear you're the one to talk to about buying a pitch. Sorry, all gone. I had to turn away 2 local people who wanted to pitch. And if people had signed up earlier, we would have known. It's not a huge deal, but it just makes us look bad when
How much? How much were the pitches?
50
Yeah, that's
on
not bad.
neoprene. It's not bad at all.
I kind of wanted. I meant to message you like if there's any extras, I'd buy one just to have a sevens type field here in case we ever ran events here.
Yeah.
But but
But that's
no,
really all I was going to say. I mean, like, it was still fun. They put it on at a really nice hotel, and I got free food, and this food was actually good instead of the one from Atlantic City.
they
So,
must have had just a bunch of pizza for you to be happy.
no, I had teriyaki chicken, rice bowl.
Whoa, nice.
Well, I'm losing weight. I'm down to 227 last I checked.
Yeah, you're fading away, dude.
I'll take it.
Enjoy your AIDS.
If I have AIDS, I want to
No,
know
I'm
how that
joking.
happened. Like,
I shouldn't even said that. I earlier today. Okay, this is a tangent, folks.
okay.
Mid 1980s, there was a wrestler named Brickhouse Brown. He wrestled locally at Mid South Wrestling
Okay.
sometimes, but he traveled throughout the South. He was a well built African American man, but he was too short, I think, to ever be like a WWE guy, right?
Sure.
But he was on TV as a kid. He was built like a brick house. He was Brickhouse Brown. I only knew him as a good guy as a child. There was footage that came up from I think, some type of league in Tennessee or something like this, maybe Memphis. He was a bad guy, and I guess he had a manager who, for mid '80s, would have came across as like a flamboyant gay type character or whatever,
Okay. Yeah.
there was an interview that showed up, and he's talking to them, and in the background, I kid you not, he's explaining why his manager is gone right now, and the crowd is chanting, "He has AIDS. He
Jeez.
has AIDS. He has AIDS."
Oh, the 80s.
And that's why I was on the tip of my tongue, and I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe what I was hearing, and of course I sent it to our friend Pump,
Of
who
course.
would love that stuff, and he was even in shock for him, and that man shouldn't be shocked at much at all.
That's for
So,
sure.
anyways, that's where I came up with that. I'm sorry.
Jeez. A little bit of a tangent, yeah.
Yeah, well, you got some pro wrestling, you get some GI Joe, you get to learn
Some Blood
things.
Bowl.
Oh,
Some
there's a lot of
comics.
Blood Bowl here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is 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 gnomes off your list now?
Yes. So Gnomes is off the list. One of the local guys was wanting to paint some teams. So I actually have a full OWA team. I almost sold it to Gary, but I'm glad that he didn't buy it because now I'm getting him to paint it. So I need 7 with OWA, 4 with Orc, 6 with Amazon, which I need to get painted, 4 with Black Orc, 4 with Renegades, 3 Draft, just because that's considered a race, 6 Wood Elf, which I think I might be buying a Wood Elf team from someone at Amorical.
I thought you had one.
I do, but I want a new one,
Oh,
like
you
the
want the
new
new models?
models. Yeah.
I got you.
And then I need 7 with Underworld Denizens,
Ooh,
and I think that might, depending on the rule set and everything, I'm going to change my mind if it's a bad rule set. That might be my World Cup team. Because then it gives me a reason to get a whole bunch of first, second, and third models, put it together, and run it that way.
your underworld,
Yeah. Because I mean, it's kind of a mishmash team, right?
right?
So I don't have a full just that team.
Yeah, you do.
Do
Don't
I?
you have the Vegas version where they're all in black and white?
Oh, yeah, I do.
It was the old version,
Yeah.
so there's probably not a
Oh, yeah, I
gutter
guess it would
runner on
fit.
it.
Anyways, aside from that team, which I apparently do, you're right, I do have. Um,
Scott knows more about Steve's teams than Steve does.
so Austin was over here. He was hanging out before, because he stayed with us before Rocky Mountain Open. And he was
Yeah.
looking at my teams and he counted them. He's like, "Man, you have a lot of teams." I go, That's not even all. I got so much back in Oklahoma. I've got multiple teams just in cases, like the Plano cases. I got a lot, and I might be getting more. So we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, so I like to get a special team made for World Cup, and it was either going to be that or Amazons, and I like Amazons, but I don't know if I want to play 9 games of Amazons. Maybe I do. I don't know. But with the armor and how much I got my ass kicked last time with the armor,
I
I,
mean, other people seem to do good with Amazon.
yeah, they probably will. And I probably could, but I thought Denizens would give me an excuse to get some of the older models and turn it into a team.
Okay.
And again, it could change between now and then. But
So what
yeah.
are you gonna get? Like first edition goblins, and then second
So
edition Skaven, and third edition blah blah blah.
I have one remaining first edition Skaven, which is why I was thinking about it, because it's like,
Okay.
oh, I can use him as a blitzer, and then yeah, I could get some first edition goblins or second edition. I could just mishmash together whatever I want, really. It allows me more opportunity.
As long as you keep that from any edition before 2016 version,
Yeah,
you'll be fine. I mean, some are a little bit smaller, but the scale creep is not as high.
yeah, but the small ones don't really matter. I mean, the Rat Ogre is the to me the Rat Ogre is going to be the hardest because there's no old edition Rat Ogre unless I just go for the same one that most people get for second edition.
The fantasy one or
Yeah,
whatever.
so that would be
Yeah.
fine. I like him,
Oh, I like him too. I like that model a lot, actually.
and I think if I can find one, and I will be happy to take a recast. I don't need the original. I might get a Resurrection Gutter Runner because it's currently the only figure I've never had.
Mm.
Like, aside from like the ones you're never going to have, like the Witch Elf referee BS and stuff like that, where I'm never going to believe that's a real model, even if I see it. Like, I'm not going to pay that much money for it because someone's recast it.
Gotcha.
But Resurrection and Gutter Runner, if I know it's legit, I might drop some decent money on it. Otherwise, if it's recast, happy to do it. Like I said, I've never owned one.
I forgot what this guy looks like.
It's not much different, but it's just, like I said, he never comes up, and I've never had him.
Is he listed as a Skaven
I mean,
runner?
he's just a Resurrection Gutter Runner.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think that's the only way to find it. If you just Google that, you'll see him.
Resurrection what?
Gutter Runner.
Gutter runner. Okay, I'll get him.
Yeah, he's kind of like in a 3-point pose.
Oh, I have seen him. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You're right. Yeah, there's not many of those out
No,
around, right?
not at all. Like I said, it's one I've never gotten. So we'll see. Got plenty of time. Long ass time.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, though, I'd start planning now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. So I'm putting it out there. If anyone has one or a
Steve,
recast, happy to take it.
Steve's ready to buy it.
I don't know about that. Ready to think about buying it.
Um,
But yeah, then hopefully I can get all that done by the end of next year.
is World Cup next year?
Yeah,
Wow.
coming up. It's coming up soon. They kind of released a beta test of the rules, and they were clunky to say the least. Some odd choices.
Was
So
that the weird rules I saw, or was that Euro Bowl?
could be both. Everybody likes to use a grid now,
Okay,
and it gets
it was
confusing.
a grid that I saw, and like certain teams could build with this, but they got more skill points.
Mm-hmm.
And other teams could get star players, but certain other races couldn't.
Yeah,
And
that's what
it was
that's what a lot of
I,
the ones overseas are doing.
okay. I saw that,
The World Cup one was
and I don't. I
weird
mean,
because certain teams could not get star players and other ones could. That just made no sense.
right.
So, not
Um,
going to judge them on it. We'll just wait until the next rule set comes out to see what they're changing, and then go from there.
let's just put it this way: if it was a rule, I get everybody's trying to fix and try to get things where there's not no lizardmen showing up at a tournament. Everybody was trying to,
No, they did that.
Oh, I know that, but I'm saying that they're trying to not have that problem, right?
Yeah.
That's why you don't make everything the same value because then you wouldn't see any stunties, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I lost what I was going to say.
There's no right way of doing it. Is really what the
Well,
problem
oh,
is.
that's what I was going to say. Yeah, so I get that they're trying to make everybody kind of happy, but there's no right way to do it. If I would have saw that tournament with that rule set in Tulsa, which is an hour and a half away, I would not have gone to it because it was just too much and too weird that like some teams can have stars, but this one can't. But this one can have two, but it gets less, value, and
So
it was just really odd.
Tim and I were talking about this too because now that everyone's pretty much going to 1.15 for roster building or 1.2, every team can get everything they want. Because you've removed a lot of the positions from some of the teams that had multiple positions.
Correct.
You've lessened the price of a lot of teams, looking at nobility. So now every team at that price point can get everything they want: full roster, bench, rerolls,
And usually three rerolls, which is
or two and a mascot. Yeah.
I'm I must sound like an old guy, but I miss the days of 10 years ago where people could roll into a tournament and go, "Dang, Steve, like need a lot of rerolls, buddy, because
Mm-hmm.
you have three." And really, I mean, I'll never forget our first Chaos Cup. Frank Bradford wins with what else? Number of rerolls, 0.
Yeah.
Leader was the only reroll he had.
And
Peter.
there were a lot of tournaments that I used to go to with either one reroll or even none because you couldn't fit everything in.
Right. I mean, I just remember the average being one or two, or
Mm-hmm.
one with leader, and now it's like, oh yeah, this is my team, and I have four rerolls, and I have leader, and
Well,
it's
and
just
the
like,
bench, like it kills me that everybody has a bench now of like two people. So the attrition game is gone on a lot of these teams.
well, and strategy wise, you 10 years ago, you weren't as afraid of me to take a team of 11. You're like, I'd rather
Mm-hmm.
have this team of 11 because I get all my positionals. I know I could take away a Chaos Warrior and get two Beastmen instead, but
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. And I'd be the scaredy cat. I was like, I got to have one bench player. I mean, now I'm the scaredy cat who needs two. But back then I was the guy, I have to have one. I
Yeah.
have to have one. And we would build our teams different and we'd be successful or unsuccessful, you know, just
Yeah.
you got to talk more strategy. Like you said, now everybody goes, oh, yeah, it's just this. And you get four rerolls, and there you
Well,
go.
also, if I was taking a bash team and I went up against, say, a Elf Union team who had only 11 people, I knew if I took a couple people down, it was a big deal. So if I
Correct.
was up a person or two and I start fouling, I can really mess up that team if I get a couple more casualties. And now it's not worth it. Like I play against a Skaven team, they got two bench, and what's it matter? I take out two linemen. It doesn't make a difference. Makes a
Correct.
difference for that drive, but after that, nothing.
No, I mean,
And I don't
some
know
of
of a way to fix it. I mean, make everything a million, but that's restrictive. I don't know.
I think there's a happy point between the 1.2 and the 1.0.
Yeah,
I just don't know exactly what that is.
I
And
think
of course,
some of my upcoming tournaments are going to do 1.1, see how those go, and then go from there.
correct. I It used to be like a real like me and Tim used to talk all the time about like, well, I like to have two rerolls
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, but I think I'm gonna just go ahead and have this extra lineman instead to do this. And it was just a valid like strategic things, and everybody had their own opinions to it. I mean, like you're not the only guy that just said I'm gonna roll, with 11 people in an apothecary in the first KO. I'm gonna use it on. I
Yeah.
mean that Jonas talked about that from Team Sweden. But
Oh,
anyways,
somewhat
it's just
related to that, since this
ooh,
sounds like we're wrapping up. Um, I think possibly Core is coming to Amorical Cup. He hinted at it. I don't. I didn't ask him directly. I think so. I don't know. I forget now.
maybe he's
But
in disguise.
as I'll say, if there's multiple people from overseas, if you want to grab dinner Sunday, that's usually what we used to do at Chaos Cup all the time. We could get together with the foreigners and grab dinner, or even just get the pizza delivered to the hotel and hang out.
Yeah, I plan on you bringing board games, Steve.
I'm not. No. Why would I?
I don't know. I'm probably gonna throw some magic decks in there in case it's just me, you, and Gary sitting around doing nothing.
I can't imagine it will be.
I
Like it's
understand that.
possible, but yeah.
Only time I can think about it is like on this trip is like Monday night sitting around,
Mm-hmm.
Sunday night sitting around. I mean, once the Blood Bowl starts happening, it's just gonna be another Chaos Cup plus 100 people again. So
Right.
it
It's going to be
shall be
exciting.
interesting. Yeah. Did you want to talk about our?
Oh, dice we had made?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got dice made for people. So,
If you want to collect all four sets, somehow you're gonna have to trade or something
yeah.
because
We only have enough to give away to our opponents and have one for ourselves.
yeah, there's legit none to sell. So if we even lose some, we're gonna be sacrificing our own.
Mm-hmm.
And there's four different colors. So like if you play me, you're gonna get this like cool purple set. And if you play Steve, I think you
I'm pink.
get Steve's pink.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Gary's blue,
Craig is red,
whatever the other one
maybe
was.
orange, something.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll
But
find out.
anyway, yeah. So you're probably gonna think that guy was nice when he handed me these dice, and then he bitched about his dice the
Mm-hmm.
whole game after you play some of us.
If you want some dice that we've had, I posted what dice we have available on Facebook a while back. I'm happy to bring them to the event if you want. I don't know if we're going to have space to have a table set up. Apparently,
What
space is at a premium. So
if you need state patches, right? They need to get a hold of you too.
I will be bringing the state patches, yes. And for anyone who doesn't know, I've got patches for 5, 10, and 15, and it's basically an honor system. It's based on the number of states that you've played or ran a NAF event in, also including territories of the U.S., Canadian provinces, Mexican states. I don't care. As long as you justify it to yourself, I've got them. I'm basically giving them out for free. If you want to give me $5 for a patch, I'm not going to complain, but I don't care.
If I played in, you have 5, 10, and 15.
Mm-hmm.
So if I play in 31 states, you're going to give me a 5, a 10, and a 15?
Yeah.
Or two 15s?
No. I will be making 20, 25. I need to flesh those out. And currently, I think I'm the only one close to 30. What am I at? 29? I don't know. Let me look real quick.
There's somebody out there that secretly has more states than you. You know
I don't believe so. Yeah, currently I'm at 29 state and provinces together. So Nova, when I go there, if I don't hit somewhere before then, Washington, D.C. will be my 30th. And I'm at 27 states. I've got the 2 provinces, and I'm at 5 countries now.
When the hell are you going to Washington, D.C.?
September for Nova.
Oh, okay.
I was supposed to go last year, and then my brother died. So that kind of screwed things up.
Blame it on some old, oh, we had a family emergency.
I know. Eats into the talk book and makes you not want to do some stuff. Also, screw Nova for last year because it was like 2 days after the cutoff. Brother dies. I email them and they're like, sorry, we can't refund you. It's 2 days after the cutoff. Like, my brother died. Like, I'm not just canceling. I
They
get
probably
it.
have a guy every year that uses that
I know.
excuse, and they're like, "Yeah, buddy, he died again."
It's like, I'll show you proof. I got no problem with that. And again, I'm not going to bash him, but it was annoying. And I emailed him this year. I'm like, hey, I got screwed last year. Is there any chance I can get a discount? Never even heard back from him. That's the thing that bugs me more. And again,
They're like, "No, dude."
yeah. With that, I had actually worked the system because it's at a hotel in DC, and there's places around there that I could get a room. But
Oh, I thought you were going to say a hooker, but
oh, that for sure. You could guarantee a room at the event if you've registered for certain types of tickets. So there's an artist ticket where it gives you entry and a entry into the art exhibit. I don't know. It was like $40 extra. So since Austin and I are going, we split that 40, $20 extra each for us, and we got guaranteed rooms.
nice,
So
good for you.
that made things a lot easier. We get to stay at the hotel. I think Austin's going to do the Iron Man, which is like playing every game there, which they do 11s on Friday, Saturday. They also do a beach bowl, a dungeon bowl, and a sevens, I think.
Wow,
They
good.
do a lot of stuff.
That's dude. You can mark off a lot of teams if you do that.
Sure could. Not gonna. Like, well, I say that now. We'll see how the situation in DC is by then.
You expecting something?
Who knows?
Maybe there'll be some more golden statues there.
Maybe there'll be a celebration parade.
For the golden statue.
Not well,
That's not a golden fleece
right?
or whatever.
Golden calf.
Pig. Calf. That's what I mean,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
After you get to 30 different places,
Mm-hmm.
you should go for 30 different hookers on road trips.
No.
I would make a special patch for you if you did this.
No,
Just
thank you.
one of one for you.
Like, I would. Like, do you know how much hookers cost?
No,
Me neither.
I'm sure,
But it's
what?
not cheap. Well, good
I'm
ones.
talking like $100 one.
But
yeah,
still,
like
that's $100.
Every like 5, you could probably like go like maybe do the 100s for like 1 through 4, and then you spend the 500 on that one. So like every 5th experience is like at least look wise and smell wise is going to be really good.
If
And the
if
other
you have to
one,
worry about smell, I'm not doing it. Like,
well,
and I could put that money towards Blood Bowl stuff.
you ever see those things where like a guy will open a pack of like magic cards and he'll try keep trading pieces and bargaining until he
Yeah,
gets eventually. You could do that with
I don't
prostitutes.
think I'm allowed to trade humans. I
I
think that
mean,
well, obviously you are if you're certain people, but I'm not. Oh god. So let's veer away from this. We do have one other Blood Bowl thing to actually talk about,
yes,
and it's you.
me.
Didn't you do something recently, Blood Bowl related? Took about 5 hours.
5 hours, Blood Bowl related.
Tattoo.
Oh,
Jeez.
I wasn't gonna tell anybody about that.
Oh, why not?
Well, one, it's like super duper crusty and ugly looking. It's been 8 days since I went in and I've been working this overtime, and I didn't start my tattoo journey until I was over 40. I always wanted one. My father, when I was going to go get one, I was still living at home, and all my buddies were going down to Texas. If you probably listen to the podcast, you probably have heard this story before, but we are all going to go down to Texas because you couldn't get tattoos here in Oklahoma at the time. It's the mid 90s. And my father pulled me aside and goes, "Hey, I'm not going to stop you. You're an adult. You can do what you want to do." And I know deep down he was like, he wanted to stop me.
Mm-hmm.
But he took a different approach. He said, "Would you just go down there with your friends, watch the process, educate yourself so nothing gets hurt or infected or anything like that. And then if you still want one, you come back. I'll take you next weekend. We'll make a road trip of it, have some food, you get your tattoo, and we'll drive back." And since he presented it that way, I thought that was really respectful for just not telling me, not while you're in my house and all
Right.
this
Yeah.
stuff. So I
I mean, you were
listened to
12. It's kind of weird.
it was weird since I was a 12-year-old. I was like, bro, I am in I'm in fifth grade. You need to let me do what I want.
Exactly.
No. Um, I went, and that was when we were all, I think, 20 years old, or 19, maybe 19. Um, and I never got one until I met Jennifer, or right before I met Jennifer, I think it was, and then got some more once Jennifer was around. But anyways, I didn't have any tattoos, so I've gotten two in the last year. I got an Oklahoma City Thunder one for celebrating the World Championship, and then I got the piece that to celebrate the life of our friend Brian Hill. And I've talked to my tattoo artist, and I was like, "You think you can do this?" And she was like, "I think I can. These images look sick." In her in her words, they look sick, Steve. That's like if we were in
It's
the
true.
80s, we would said that's bad looking, man. That's
I
bad.
think we would have said
So
sick as well back in the 80s.
I don't know.
It was
I
the
don't remember
90s.
saying I don't
Man,
remember
that is
saying
sick.
sick. Well,
Okay. I mean,
when in the 80s it was bad, like, oh, that's so bad, and that meant like that's really good because
okay,
it's
fair.
Michael Jackson. Um, there's an image out of the Star Player book. I can't remember what page it's on, but there's a pile of dark elves getting beat up by a pile of dwarves. And like one's jumping through the air, and there's stuff flying everywhere, rubber chicken and stuff like that. I decided to get that tattoo in honor of our friend of the podcast, Pete Nifton. And Pete kind of has the legendary status for being this artist, and a totally different side of him. So, like I look at two different people,
Mm-hmm.
like he stayed with us, we hung out with us, we talked about stuff, we nearly cried about some things. So it's just kind of weird. But anyways, yes, I have a Pete Nifton tattoo, and I did it on my lower arm, and it was really scary because it's like people can see that all the time. But I've decided as I'm older, let's do a little semi-safe stuff that scares us. I'm not saying I'm going to jump off any cliff or anything, but
Right.
like something out of my comfort zone, maybe I should try it. Um, so therefore, I got this. It was almost 5 hours. This I had six tattoos before this. This one hurts. And I was like, I don't know what's different. And the girl was saying, like, she's like, well, I'm using a very fine tip needle, to get this ink in,
Hmm.
and there's a ton of lines here. You're just not having an outline and some color or shading in there. You're having a lot of line work,
Right.
and it freaking hurt. Like if you ever have restless leg syndrome where you kind of kick your leg because
Hmm.
the weird, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun at all.
But I made it through there, and I still am scared at times that it's just everybody's going to see it as a black blob. But then like even today at the comic store, watching customers come in with tattoos, I was like, yeah, that looks like some type of blobby thing. And as it gets closer, it looks really cool.
Yeah, of
So
course.
like relax, Scott. It's not supposed to be a clear image. The image itself was designed to be in a book that you're reading like a foot away from your face. So
And on white, not skin.
correct. So yes, it's a little over a week old. It's still deep in the healing process, and well, since we're talking about it, in this place here,
Hmm.
I'm either going to get the old second edition hack and slash. You know what I'm talking about
Yeah.
there, with him the chainsaw,
Yeah.
or there's a scene where the skeleton is going like
Yeah.
shoulder charging you.
Hmm.
I'm leaning towards that one. I don't know which book that is exactly, and it might be in one of the rule books or something from second edition. But anyways, that skeleton doing like the shoulder charge
Yeah.
most likely is going to go right here,
And here is underneath your arm, or the
underneath
under
my arm.
on the
Yeah,
wrist, basically.
yeah, underneath there. So then go from there. I had some plans for some other Pete Nifton images maybe to get in there, but I think I misplanned because I thought all these like images could just fit on my arm like some AI thing,
Well, I
making
mean,
room for things.
you do have two arms, so
Yeah. Oh, so me explaining my whole story about my dad and me always wanted to get tattoos. I've always wanted some tattoos.
hmm.
Now, I never knew when I was younger, I was always worried about getting that one thing that I won't like 20 years from now. Well, what I've learned is by the time I was in my 40s and started getting them, probably if I would have got 10 tattoos way back then, there's be at least two of them I don't like. But I'm kind of the same dude I've always been. Like, if anything, I know for sure what I like now, and that's the good thing about putting these things on my body now. I'm really happy with it, and I don't really care what people think, and this makes me happy. Anyways, working all the overtime, I decided if I can afford it, about every 3 to 4 months, I'm gonna get a tattoo on me for at least a while, assuming I can afford it. Band marching band season's about to start up, so I'm sure I won't be able to get any. But the reason I haven't got many is because of band stuff with the kids, this or that, or just extra money. Well, they're putting me through a bunch of overtime, so I'm gonna put it to the test. I'm 52. I better get my tattoos because I'm sure by the time I'm 60, I'm not going to be like, hey, I'd like this dice skull from the 40 miners on my butt cheek. So
You need to get the gits, the the
the one that
orc
says evil.
the orc cheerleaders. Not that one. The ugly orc cheerleaders.
No, I don't want that on my arm,
Why not?
dude. If you don't want to do the prostitute 30 challenge, I tell you what, you do the prostitute 30 challenge. I will get that on my body.
Well, how do you know I haven't already completed it?
But hold on, you have to. We're gonna change how we do this. We're gonna give you $1,000, and you got to get as many things in as you can.
Wouldn't it just be one thing in? I only have the one.
You still got to go
Penis.
through 30 girls.
It's the penis. That's the thing that goes in.
Oh, I got you. Yes, this
Yeah.
image that you just sent me. That's the one.
Yeah, I'm not.
Isn't that?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. If you're
Yeah.
ever interested in old pictures, you can go to thenaf.net/bborg, and it's the then slash index2.htm. Scott can put that up on the website if we ever get a website back.
Right.
But yeah, it's the old school picture archive, and it's real awesome because they have it broken down by teams and books and stuff. So
And school is spelled SKOOL.
as it should be, yes.
Right. So yeah, if you just Google, and I just Googled old school SKOOL Blood Bowl, and it's the first link.
Okay, cool.
And you can see all these advertise like it's old school picture archive. You go in there, tons of imageries, tons of images. It's amazing. Um, anyways, looking up at all these old pictures, just I recently for the tattoos and stuff has made me feel just like I was in ninth grade again, looking at all this stuff, which is goofy to say, but it's also truthful.
Yeah, I get it.
So
Well, I
there's
mean,
some,
we each had our own tribute to Pete this year. I went to his pub and you got ink. So
well, yeah, I mean, mine's much better, of
I didn't even
course.
get a beer. Like I just had a soda. It was a pint of soda. So I got a pint.
Yeah, I think man, these evil get cheerleaders are so ugly, dude.
Aren't they?
They're really ugly. Um, yeah, you should have had some beer.
Eh,
I mean, I wouldn't have drank the whole thing. Maybe I'd take a sip, but I wouldn't drink it all.
I,
So
I, I don't want to pay money for something I'm not going to drink.
okay, just treat it like one of your prostitute 30 challenges.
And again, I'm not going to spend that much money for like 15, 20 seconds. It makes no sense.
Dude, I got that one. It was $2 a second. What a bargain. Well.
Oh,
All
well.
right. We're just rambling.
Yep.
Have you
Um,
done anything else cool lately? Read
no,
any cool comics? Did you go to Free Comic Day?
I did not. That was last weekend and I was doing the tournament. That's why I had to get you to do it.
Oh, that's why you had me get the stuff.
So
Okay.
if we want to talk about, so Dungeon Crawler Carl, the book series I've been reading, super popular apparently. People jumping all over themselves. They put out a free comic book day comic. And I had you pick up one because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the store. I wasn't able to. Apparently, jackasses were just grabbing a whole bunch and putting them up on eBay and selling them for like $20 each.
Yes.
They're now
It
down
was
to like
free
four. But yeah, they were free. Counter
because
to
I
that.
guess all
Hmm.
the. I mean, I, sorry, I would have sold yours for $20 because
Oh, I
I
get it.
would be like, dude, here's $10. You can buy it back here in about 3 weeks.
So
Um,
speaking of that, when this was announced that they were doing the comic, like I've only been reading this for a few months or whatever, but
they're books, right?
yeah,
They're just full
the
fledged
books,
books. I read the comic and I was just like, I don't care.
yeah, and again, the comic is different. It takes some people a while to get through the first book. I enjoyed it.
Sure.
If people don't, that's fine. The eighth book is coming out next week or this week, however you want to look at it. Either way, so I got into it. I saw that they were doing the free comic book day. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I saw somewhere online that they were doing a variant of that where it's him doing the absolute Batman pose. So it's a homage
Yes.
cover. I thought
I've seen people post those already.
it's like, oh, that's cool because I don't have the absolute Batman, but everyone's doing homages to it. I'm like, that's really cool. It was $10. I'm like, I don't really want to spend $10 on a free comic, quote unquote, but it looks really cool. I'll go ahead and get two because I don't want to just buy one and then pay the shipping. At least this way it feels like I'm getting more.
Dude, I've done that for stuff like this. I was like,
I
dude,
should have,
I'm not gonna pay more in shipping than I am for the
yeah,
item, so I'm gonna get something else. And yes, I bought two of something.
I should have bought a lot more. They're going for $200 now.
Yeah. I was like sitting here going, do I tell Steve I've seen him go for over 50? But
Yeah. So I'm getting to it. They're not in yet, so I'm not freaking out. Like, supposed to be getting them Tuesday. Hopefully they come in perfect condition. I may have to send those to CGC and get graded. Like, I don't,
yeah.
this is comic books, right? We don't know how stuff works. I didn't buy Absolute Batman 1 at the time because the art was so off putting, because it's just so different. And I didn't care. But now I look back and I'm like, oh, I should have because it goes for a lot of money. I picked up Dork 1, but I got a variant cover, whatever. That goes for a crap load, but I got it because it looked cool. It reminded me of Bone, and it's kind of fantasy and dumb.
I got it for the same reasons, and then I couldn't believe people were freaking out. I was like, if you find me somebody who wants to pay me $100 for number one, I'll give it to you. And
Which cover did you get?
I'll I think the A cover, whatever that
Well,
is.
we'll talk later. Anyways, so you never know how things are going to go. It makes no sense sometimes, and
Dork's a pretty good book, actually.
I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, it really reminds me a lot of Bone or '90s comics where you could just enjoy yourself with stuff, and I don't have
Right,
to have like 25 different storylines going on.
right. I
Um,
agree.
so yeah, I don't know about this because there's going to be 10 books in the series, and number 8 is just coming out. There's going to be a TV show, supposedly, on um, Peacock, NBC, whatever it is.
Wait, are we talking about Dork or are we talking about
No,
Carl?
Carl. Dungeon Crawler
Okay,
Crawler. So,
okay,
like,
okay.
I don't know if I should sell it while the iron's hot or hold on to it because it might go higher.
Man, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who love the books. It might get one of those weird cult followings and just be a part of pulp culture for
It
a long
might.
while.
So, but again, like, there's some of that stuff that it hits fast and then it vanishes. Like Ultimates back in the day. Ultimate Spider Man 1 used to go for hundreds of bucks, and now you can get it for pittance of that.
Hmm.
And there's a lot of examples like that, but I don't know. There's no way to know. And like I said, I might send these off to CGC because I want to be sending some other stuff off just to do because I never have, and we'll go from there. I don't know,
Okay.
but yeah,
I
another
mean,
tangent. But
there is. Yeah, I know we're tangenting right now. There's a local guy named Mike Redmond who does. He sends a lot of stuff in for almost everybody around here in Oklahoma City. He'll usually take your book and give it a little extra press if he thinks it needs it.
oh,
And
nice.
he's a super nice guy. Yeah, he's created a few gifts that I've CGC stuff that like I got a Wolverine like cover that's an homage to the Wolverine's first appearance and
Hmm.
had it graded and stuff. And yeah, he's done a good job with that stuff. So
Might send it down
anyway,
with you.
well,
We'll
like I
see.
said, either that you can send it down or when you visit, bring that stuff
Yeah.
in. And anyway,
Anything
man,
else? So I think we're just rambling at this point.
yeah, we're gonna try to podcast again before going up to a Amorical Cup. Maybe talk in depth about some of our rosters. But don't hold us to that because you never know with everything right now.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was
I
hoping to
know
hit
that
200 before Amorical. That did not happen.
no, it's just not going to happen. Uh, I'm just glad to have some time to get to talk to you because I was worried about stuff. So
Yeah,
I'm worried about you, Steve.
I'm doing fine.
What's the real reason why you lost all this weight?
There's literally no reason. Like, I just started eating better
You,
and
you have
watching my
body
calorie.
dysmorphia?
Hmm?
Do you have body dysmorphia?
No. Well, so one weird thing is I am the
And I
lowest.
created it just like that. I created another tangent.
Yeah. So I'm at the lowest I've probably been since around high school or
So
college.
you can see it.
Yeah. But, at
Nice. Look
11
at
inches, I
you.
always could. Um,
Oh,
but,
I forgot how you're like 1% of the 1%ers in the
right.
right category. Yeah,
Of
I got you.
course. Um, it is sometimes I'll sit or position
Sit on
myself
it because it's so big.
in a certain way, and I can feel my stomach now more than I used to feel it. Even though it used to be a lot bigger, it now, I guess I notice it sometimes when I didn't used to. I don't know. So I still have those moments of like, oh, I really feel fat,
So,
but I'm the skinniest I've been in a long ass time.
dude, I always tell the story how I was getting made fun of being the fat kid in seventh grade. If you look at my picture, you'd go like,
Oh
"Man,
God,
you were super thin," and I'll be
yeah,
like, "Yeah, it's crazy."
same thing. Always been the fat kid. I look at pictures, I'm like, I wasn't that bad. Certainly not
Right.
like diabetes from Family Guy or not rolling around. No diabetes.
I
Um,
don't. Is that a character?
it's from Family Guy.
Oh, okay.
The
Okay.
the maid's son.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
But mama, no diabetes. And he rolls off. But no, I mean, if I looked into it psychologically, it was after my brother passed, so that could be part of it, but that wasn't anything, consciously. I found these Quaker bars that are 100 calorie that I eat for breakfast, sometimes for lunch, and then I just eat a sensible dinner. That's about it.
Well, good for you.
Yeah,
Well, keep it up.
I will try.
I mean, I'm not losing weight, but I am walking at
Uh,
least 150 minutes a week.
that's good. I am
So
not. So,
trying to also keep the little diabetes away from me.
no diabetes.
Well, I can already tell you what's going to be played at the very end of this episode.
I don't know about that. I was thinking about it. I'm like, nah, it's too obvious. It still might be. I don't know. I never know until this is done.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up because we're just tangenting now.
Okay. We'll see
I'm
you
glad
guys.
you guys got to listen to me. And Steve, I'm glad you got to see me.
Absolutely. Always nice. And maybe someday we'll get the website back up.
And maybe not. Maybe there's not going to be an internet
This could just
too
be
much longer.
that's not
What I'm
wrong.
hoping is we blend timelines with the one where it's fixed, and just like you're going to text me one day and go, "Hey, do you know everything's working again?"
Awesome.
And I go, really? I thought it was down. And I'm like, "Oh, maybe that thing you did that you thought broke it fixed it." And I'm like, "Oh, maybe it did."
Oh well, we'll find out. Hey, talk to you guys later.
Later. Bye bye.
You can follow Both Down on Twitter at Both Down. You can follow Scott at Fat Finley, FATFINLEY, and Steve at Kilowog2814. If you want to know if your team name is Both Down approved, send a tweet to @BDapproved. If you'd like to email them, the email address is bothdownpodcasts@gmail.com. Or for more information, you can visit them at bothdown.com or at facebook.com/bothdown.
Good morning. I'm Wilford Brimley, and I'd like to treat you to an ice cream, an apple pie, and diabetes. Diabetes. I'd like to treat you to diabetes. Actually, I'm surrounded by diabetes. Now, one of the things I've learned to do is laugh at people with type 2 adult onset diabetes. And you ought to be laughing at people with type 2 adult onset diabetes every 15 or 20 minutes. I went to see a doctor. And I think the most important thing he said to me was, "Wilford, I'm going to give you diabetes. Wilford, if you want to get type 2 adult onset diabetes, I'm going to give you type 2 adult onset diabetes." And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly the way it's been. Now, I'm not perfect, and I've eaten ice cream and apple pie and ice cream and my medicine and people with diabetes. And have a good day.
This presentation is brought to you by Liberty Medical, helping you to manage your diabetes and get the supplies and support you need so you can live a better life.